Hello and welcome to 2 on the Front Line Facebook. My name is Gary Larson and it is Sunday, June 14th, and what a beautiful day now that we're not storming. I did put up some posts the other night of some flooding that goes on in our street out here, and I just was kind of bitching about it because we've tried to get a hold of the city to get this problem fixed, and one of these days we're going to get a downpour worse than we got, and we are going to be flooded in this house. And as a taxpayer of this city, I expect something to be done. So I will be sending the video to them along with a letter of complaint. But I hope all of you are doing well. I hope your summer, although it's not technically summer yet, we're closing in on it, but I hope all of you are doing well and the weather around you is fair. I've been a little bit shy of Facebook for the last few days. You probably noticed, even the last week or two, I have switched shifts recently and moved into a day shift position, and I'm struggling getting my night replacement trained and working some long hours, going in early in the morning and getting home late in the evening. So a lot of times I just don't have the time to, I update www.2onthefrontline.com at night, but sometimes I don't have time to sit there and review all the posts from everybody. So I did get a chance today to go through, and while everybody's on everything going on and we're all looking at the signs and the situations that are taking place, like the Dallas shooting at the police headquarters there, more false flag crap as far as I'm concerned. We're tuned in and viewing Jade Helm, which is yet to progress, but that should be an interesting situation for America. Obama, Hillary, the whole cabal out in Washington, and they're basically non-activity unless it's something that benefits them. But if it's to benefit the American people, things like Obamacare and that kind of crap, that's all we ever get. Nobody talks about the budget anymore. Nobody talks about controlling the budget or the amount of taxes or anything else, because they know it's out of control. They know there's no reason to even discuss budget cuts because they're futile. When you're this far in debt, there's no reason to discuss cutting $100 million from the Pentagon budget. It just makes no difference. It's that far gone. We see the IMF was over in China earlier this week, and they're discussing creating or adding the Chinese yuan to the reserve currencies of the world. The reserve currencies, they feature, they're called SDRs, which is a special drawing right, which is the way the money system works in this world. If you've got any questions on that, just look up special drawing rights and you'll understand how the money flows through the world. In the end, it's the one with the most gold wins. And what I mean by win is wins the right to be the reserve currency of the world. The United States had that right for many decades, coming out of Bretton Woods in the 40s, up to Nixon taking the U.S. off the gold standard, which slowly led to the decline of the U.S. dollar and will cause its demise. We relied on the petrodollar for 40 years or so, and even that is dwindling away now as the West struggles to keep control of places like Libya, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Iran, etc. Russia's making footholds in all these areas and promoting trade, promoting goodwill, so to speak, and trying to make friends, whereas the United States is more, right now, like a derelict chess player that's just moving pieces around the board in a haphazard manner, trying to stem the flow wherever they can, but we're really on the losing end. I put up a post about Texas pulling its gold out of the New York Federal Reserve, which is, why does that surprise anyone? Everybody knows that when the dollar collapses, and it will collapse, that the only thing that's going to matter is how much gold a country has. Belgium, Austria, Germany. Germany's been struggling for years to get their gold out of New York and out of the Federal Reserve's hands. And we don't even know if that gold is there anymore. If it is, maybe just part of it's there. Some of it's already been sent to China. We have no idea what's in Fort Knox, if there's anything there. We're just assuming that there is, but we'll never get to see an audit of it. So anyway, those are some of the things, and I don't mean to sit here and just rail on that stuff. We all know that stuff. And it is kind of distressing year after year to listen to this. And I put up a post the other night talking about regardless of how well trained a soldier is, any soldier, you cannot sit and fight on a front line day after day, week after week, month after month without suffering severe PTSD, without suffering depression and all kinds of other maladies that come from being in such a stressful situation all the time. So people, and including soldiers, have to get R&R. They have to step away from that situation. Whether it be 30, 60, 90 days, they have to get away. Otherwise, you go into a depressive state that is very hard to get out of, because we're all interested in the news. I have been all my life. So when I go to view news pages, there's a lot of stuff I really don't even open anymore. I know the gist of what they're trying to say. Those that are starting to wake up to what's going on, we've known about this stuff for years. 9/11, the falsities of 9/11, the chemtrailing, geoengineering going on in the skies. We've known this. The fluoride, the vaccines, the GMOs. I don't need to rehash this over and over. I understand there's new people that are just finding out about these things, and that's fine. Unless it's something groundbreaking, I really don't look at it. I do watch Dave Hodges a lot. I like Dave Hodges. I think he is spot on what he says. I like Alex Jones to a point. I think his guests are awesome. I think sometimes he goes a little overboard in his drama, but he's a character, but he does talk about things that are affecting us, and that's what I want to hear. Just like Bilderberg that's been going on for the last week. Who's the only group that's there? InfoWars. And who's the only group getting harassed over there? InfoWars. They're the only ones giving us any detailed information on the hotel, the attendees there, the discussion there, and that's another reason to follow Alex in that area. We also listen a lot to Steve Quayle. I like Steve Quayle. I like David Ickes, although and I'll say this again about David, he's more into aliens, the reptilians, and I'm not knocking that. I may not agree with it, but regardless of whether I agree with it, David has a lot of good information, accurate information about what's going on and how it's affecting all of us. Other than that, I did get to Skype with Bob Ford last week, and boy, Bob, we end up on there for, an hour or two. That's great, the technology that we have, where we can just click on and I can speak to somebody basically across the Atlantic in live time. It's a great tool for those that don't have a Skype account. If you could get one, go ahead and get one, and if you do, let me know, and I'll be glad to sit and Skype with you over numerous topics, concerns, or we could just bullshit about bread and circus. If that's what it is, I can speak on any sport, although that doesn't control my life, but I do have a life, and sometimes sports is part of it. Other than that, I was going to do a brief gun video, and then I saw, and I don't know how accurate it is, but I saw some stuff on a website about how Facebook is going to start turning you in over your posting of guns. You know what, Facebook? You know, I'm tired of your shit. You know, you milk us for everything you can. You spy on everything we say. You put up ads that we don't want to see, and then you're going to give us shit about putting up some guns. Well, I did get some new guns. I believe in the Second Amendment in this country, and I think you should be armed. I don't think you should ever go use them in an offensive manner unless all hell is breaking loose in your area. As far as the criminals are always going to have guns. Always are they going to have the guns. And when someone breaks into your house at 3 a.m. and you're getting out of your bed, I would hope that you can reach up and at least grab a weapon to defend your family or defend yourself. So that's the case. That's the situation we live in, unfortunately, and that's not going to change in the near future. Other than that, I hope all of you are doing good. Again, visit us at 2onthefrontline.com. I update daily the X-22 report, which Dave from the X-22 report just gives a great, balanced, brief news shot of what's going on in the entire world. Not just the United States, not just Britain, or Greece or Russia. He condenses it quick into a 40-minute news brief that gets to the bottom of a lot of what's going on without the drama and BS that so many other mainstream sites like to put in. I have Dave Hodges posted on our main page. I've also have a Alex Jones update daily. So if you missed that on his 11 a.m. program, it will be on my website later in the day for viewing. Some good information coming out of there. Also under our links tab, I have, I think, some of the best news, alternative news sites in the world. Everywhere from the Zero Hedge to what really happened to the X-22 report. I have some gun sites on there that are important. Steve Quayle is on there, SGT report. Also under breaking news, I will take some of their headlines and transfer them into the breaking news in case you missed it, or in case you didn't see it on their website. Feel free to check that out. Commentary, I do a commentary once every month or so. I'm probably going to get into some kind of a written commentary. Similar to what Hodges does, I can add to my page, and hopefully you'll like it. Other than that, stay free, stay alert, and have a great summer. Bye.